How's it going, fellow forgers? It's Jones. Halo Wars 2 is out, Halo 5 is at its end, and Halo 6 is in the works. So for this video, I'll be talking about some of the tools and features I want to see in Halo 6 Forge. These are just a few of the features that I would like to see in Halo 6. I find most of them to be very reasonable. Also, the names could use a bit of work. These features are not in any particular order as well. Starting off at number 1, cycle selecting. In Halo 5, the only way to select objects is to hover your cursor over them or select many objects of the same type, which does work for the most part, but too many times have I had an object get lost in another object, or sometimes even outside the map. Being able to select through the objects without needing to be visible would be a huge help, saving time and lots of trouble. Also, to add, I would think that there would be different ways of going about selecting the objects, like starting with the nearest object, the furthest object, or the order in which the objects were spawned, etc. A basic example, you're working on a map and you're adding some effects and the object gets stuck within the floor. Using the tool, you can quickly cycle through the nearest objects, allowing you to get a hold of the effect that got stuck. This is just a basic example. I know it would take 2 seconds to just move the floor out of the way, but as I said a bit ago, you might not always be able to select the object. Alright, at number 2, object filters and organizing. The basic idea is the option to organize your maps, like hiding objects that are in the way, selecting multiple objects at once while not being stuck within a group. I imagine this to be kind of like labeling system that you could add to objects, and these labels would be separate from scripting. For example, you label the blockout of your map with alpha, and the aesthetic objects you spawn with bravo. As you're building, you can quickly hide and show alpha, or the other way around, as well as being able to quickly select and delete objects you don't want. At number 3, mouse and keyboard support. To start, I think campaign, custom games, Forge, and theater should allow mouse and keyboard support in general. With custom games, you could go as far as enabling and disabling keyboard support for certain game modes. But alright, back to Forge. There are many different reasons on why someone would rather play console over PC, but for starts, not everyone has a beast of a PC to run Halo 5 Forge, or whatever the reason, but would still love to Forge with the level of control that it comes with the mouse and keyboard. At number 4, map update options. Have you noticed that almost every update something goes wrong with users' maps? I think the most known is vehicle welding, and when vehicle welding is broken, it takes 2 to 3 months to fix it, and sometimes could be even longer. Also to note, vehicle welding has not always been an official feature of Halo 5 Forge. What if there was an option that would allow us to opt out our maps from getting new updates? Vehicle welding is working great, new update comes out, vehicle welding's broken. Well, you were smart and opted your map out of auto updating. So your map will work fine even though vehicle welding is broken from the update. I would imagine a few options with this, maybe a checkbox for turning off auto updating on select maps, so you could save a second copy, test the map, and if the map works fine, then you could apply the updates. From all the map features that I would like in Forge, I think this one would probably be the most unlikely one. At number 5, improved game options and better layout. I've always seen Halo 5 as a rushed game, and the options in custom games I feel show this very well. I believe they hit all the basic things that are needed, but are missing on a lot of the important smaller things. Also, breaking some of the options up so that we could have more control, like currently, weapon damage alone has player weapon damage, vehicle splatter damage, and vehicle weapon damage all in one setting. Going with weapon damage, I found it silly that you could not set the most basic things to 0 value. But to note, I tweeted out to 343 Industries asking why 0% could not be an option for the player's weapon damage. I got a reply pretty quick letting me know that the 0% damage caused a few problems in Halo 5. I hope Halo 6 has these things addressed. Also, I should have asked a few other things, but luckily my man Barth had my back and asked about the movement speed, the jump height, etc., which some of these things were addressed in the most recent update, so thank you for that. Lastly, please give a better description on how the settings work. It's a guessing game every time I'm working on a new game mode. Maybe add examples along with it, just an idea. At number 6, performance tools. Performance has been one of the hardest things for me as a forger, and the best ways that I have found for monitoring it is to run around like an idiot looking for skips in the frame rate. Tools that could help monitor and resolve issues is deeply needed for Forge. A few big things is the number of objects on the screen, lights closely interacting with each other, trees and grass, and whatever else I'm missing. These tools need to give us the basic stats. For example, the FPS meter should give us the current, the average, the lowest, as well as being able to visualize it with a real-time graph. These could look kind of like the Black Ops 3 connection meter found in the pause menu, but with the frame rate. This is a feature in Forge that I really want, so I'll be breaking this down a lot more in a video to come. Lastly, at number 7, a mainstreamed user interface within Forge. The menu in Forge works. I'm not saying it's broken or anything, but I think it has tons of room to improve. Forge having all these awesome objects is great, but it means having to dig down 5-6 pages to find what you need. I've resorted just to dropping in Wyvern's prefab so that I can find my objects a lot quicker. There could be a quick tab system that allows forgers to quickly spawn recent objects, favorite objects, and maybe even low cost objects. Maybe adding a way that will allow us to customize the menu around the way that we forge. And that is all for this video, and again, these are just a few of the features that I want in Halo 6 Forge. If you also want some of these features, please help out and tweet this video to 343 members in the community. I hope you enjoyed, and if you have any features or tools that you would like in Halo 6, please let me know down below in the comments. And if you enjoyed, please rate this video and subscribe. Have a nice day.